Over the years, I feel like Naruto's reputation has gotten progressively worse and worse, to the point where, while I still see positivity towards it, there is often an overwhelming and at times overdramatic negativity surrounding it. The story obviously has some controversial aspects to its ending, but I also feel like this agenda that Naruto was actually trashed the entire time and it just got even worse at the end was pushed pretty heavily by a lot of popular YouTube videos. And I feel like these videos never really received any pushback, and so certain arguments and statements given in the videos people just took and ran with, and to this day I still hear those same points brought up over and over and over. And I think what is probably the argument that I hate the most is when people say, oh, Naruto was a story about ninjas and then it turned into Dragon Ball Z. This is genuinely the dumbest thing I have ever heard, because the argument falls apart if you stop and think about it for even 2 seconds. I mean, dude, literally the first 20 seconds of the first episode shows us the Ninetales destroying the Leaf Village, while the narrator tells us that it can smash mountains and create tidal waves just by waving its tails. It then tells us that the fourth Hokage was able to seal away this monster, meaning he had to have been pretty close to the Ninetales strength. And as Naruto makes it known pretty early on, he wants to be the Hokage, and specifically says he wants to surpass the fourth Hokage, meaning Naruto was obviously going to reach the Ninetales' strength at one point in the story. I sincerely do not even understand how people can say this shit unironically. Naruto was able to do this along with Sasuke using only a ninth of the Ninetales power as a 12-year-old. Even besides that, in part 1 itself, we have giant animals, a sand monster. Just look at the current Hokage. He's got 1.5 feet in the grave. This dude looks older than Biden and Trump combined, and look at the stuff he can do. If you genuinely expected Naruto to be a realistic ninja espionage story, when we have people shooting fireballs, using lightning hands, summoning giant frogs, then I'm sorry, man. You're just kinda dumb. If this makes you mad, then you must hate Dragon Ball 2 and think that turned into a terrible story during the Saiyan saga. Because Dragon Ball started off as a story about martial arts. And I mean, what martial artist do you know that can blow up the fucking earth? And people act like this is some sudden shift that all of a sudden happens in Shippuden, when it's really not. It's slowly built up to. The only person that might challenge this idea is Deidara, as we're showing him dropping some pretty large scale explosives. And sure, that's pretty crazy. But also, that's a member of the fucking Akatsuki, you know, the organization that exists to capture the tailed beasts, the creatures that can shoot bombs way bigger than this. I'd be surprised if Deidara couldn't do this. I mean, if not, how is he supposed to capture the Jinchuriki that he captures? We don't see any of the